Over the last 2 years, I've grown to over 800,000 followers across platforms, and this is just my unfiltered, no BS advice from everything that I've learned, because I'm kind of sick of seeing all of these videos like YouTube is on easy mode, this is how you go viral, because the reality is that this shit is hard. Content creation is so much more than just making videos. It's showing up consistently, it's managing the ups and downs, it's managing it around your lifestyle, it's managing the overthinking, it's managing so much that you are unprepared for, and that never goes away. And so this video is going to really dive deep into some of the challenges that I've faced and how I've overcome them, and it's going to just leave you with one question in your mind, is that, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready to sacrifice? Are you ready to really push through the times when you don't want to make videos? Because that's what it takes a lot of the time, and that never goes away. It's 9:30 now for me. I don't want to make this video. I've had a long ass day, and the last thing I want to do is sit down and make a video. But here I am, because I know this is what it takes to just keep going and keep going and keep going. And so we'll start with niches. A lot of people sort of don't know whether to niche down or what to create content on. And the way that I look at it is two ways. You either know exactly what you want to create content on based off of a passion or experience, and you niche down and you go really sub-niche and a sub-niche, and you optimize your videos for search terms that people are looking for, and you tailor your videos for a specific audience. That method, in my opinion, is easy to grow, but sometimes it's not easy knowing what exactly that niche is that you want to target straight away. And so if you're in the category of not really knowing what niche to kind of go after, I know from experience that stops you from creating. It causes you to overthink. You try and plan your strategy going forward. You're like, oh, do I create for this audience, or do I create for this audience? And what happens if I create a video in this topic and then I decide to change my mind? Not starting to create videos is a bigger problem than you deciding to kind of shift niches and content direction in 30 videos time. Nobody cares if after, like you said, your 30th video, you decide to pivot niches. This is all part of the game. I have done it multiple times, but I did have that sort of overthinking process, and before I would do it is, do I do this? Like, I don't know whether this is right or not. And if you let overthinking consume your mind and stop you from creating, you'll never get where you want to be. And I'm gonna hold my hand up. I am a chronic overthinker. I still overthink my content today. I overthink every little piece of content that I do, but I have to stop myself and go, stop, Ben, just create. And often I'll find myself coming up with an idea that I really, really like. And as soon as time passes after that idea, the inspiration and motivation to create that idea just dwindles, and it dwindles and it dwindles. And so my first tip and recommendation is, when you've got an idea for your channel and you haven't really figured out your niche, jump on it and make the video, because the more time that you let pass, the less likely you are to make the video. And if you keep doing this every week, keep making different videos on different things, you will eventually figure it out. If you go onto any channel, I won't say any channel, but go onto your favorite creator's channel and scroll to the bottom and just look at their journey of kind of what they created when they started and what they create today. More often than not, you'll see that they pivoted. You see that there's just no linear creation of the same content in the same niche, and that hasn't prevented them from getting to where they are today, but it's preventing you from creating content. I know it is, because I've been there and done it. And so once you can just shift this in your mindset that you just need to create, you will be on your way. You just don't know how long it's going to take. And I've talked about this before in another video, and I've been called out in a comment actually last month from a guy that said, you just talk about the same things and you're really negative and yeah. Because I have core messages that I will continue to preach, because I want you to succeed. I am not going to sell you false hope that this is going to be easy. You're going to have to just keep creating and keep creating. That's all I want you to do, is keep showing up. There are going to be periods where you feel great about the content that you're creating, and there are going to be periods where you feel shit, where you feel like, oh, this is rubbish. Why am I even putting this out? I'm an embarrassment. I'm not even improving. And again, you just need to push through that. And one thing I will say is that you also shouldn't just rely on consistency for improvement. I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's really important to manage your balance of consumption and creation. There's lots of videos on this about overconsumption, and people tend to watch video after video after video after video about like how to make videos, and then you don't actually make the video. You need to find a good balance between, yes, creating content consistently, but also consuming enough education in order to improve you. Rather than being like 80% consumption and 20% creation, you probably want to aim for around 70% creation and around 30% consumption. I myself have fall victim to this, and I've actually gone a little bit too far creation, whereas I actually create tons of content now across lots of different platforms because I have the time to, and I ultimately know creating more is going to make me better quicker, and I actually barely consume content that much anymore. And I think I probably need to dial it up a little bit in areas where I feel like I need to improve. But I've found personally that creating content on short form, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, LinkedIn, Threads, and I'm also going to start another channel as well on YouTube. Me just putting out more content and putting more ideas out into the world has just massively progressed me forward as a creator from 6 months ago, because I do want to still get better. It's all I strive for. I still don't think that I'm very good at certain things. I don't think my YouTube videos are that great. I think I've got such a long way to go when I compare myself to some of the people that I look at. But I know from experience that will just take time. It might take a year, it might take 5 years. Honestly, I don't care if it takes 5 years, because I know when I get to the 4 or 5 years of doing what I'm doing now, I can't even fathom how much better I will be today. I think if I consistently make videos every single week for 5 years, there's no way that I won't be so much better than I am today, and I don't even know what sort of position or place I'll be in. And if you can have that mindset as well, then you don't need to worry about the small little details of things happening today, and how much progress you're making in terms of your growth and subs. There's such pressure, I feel like, around creators to get results quick and go viral, because everybody's making it seem like it's so easy, because all of the videos that you see on your homepage are just, like I just got 50,000 views on one video and I grew 10,000 followers in a week. These are just the minority. Reality is, this is gonna take a lot of work. This is gonna take you time. It's gonna take you time. It took me time. People know my story. It took me 5 years to get to where I am today. It took me 4 years before I had any real success. It took me many failures and many ups and downs. But I built that mindset in my head very early on that this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted to do. And that's what kept me going, because there was nothing else that I wanted to do in my life other than like create content and put education out in the world, so that I didn't have to continue working my corporate job, doing something that I hated. Is that the life that I really want to live? I always think about myself when I'm 80 years old and I'm old and frail and I can't even bloody walk down the street. And I think my life is coming to an end. When I look back on my life, am I happy with how much I pushed myself to get to where I really wanted to get to? Am I happy? And there is nothing more inside of me that I'm scared of having a feeling of regret. Did I do enough? Did I push myself? And if the answer is no to that when I'm 80 years old, then I would just be really, really, really disappointed. And I'd love for you to take that idea and just cement that in your head somewhere. Because when ultimately times get tough and you don't want to create on those days where, you know, they've been long and you just can't be asked. Like today for me, I just remember, you know, this is for that day when I'm older. This is for that day when I'm older and I look back and go, I'm very happy that I continue to push myself through all of the hard times. And, you know, when I sit here today and think about where I am and you know, what's ahead, I don't know really, but all I know is that I'm going to keep putting out content that I enjoy creating. I'm going to have no expectations on things coming quick, and I'm just going to treat everything as a lesson. Everything is me just learning how to do things differently, how to do things better, and over time I will get better. As I said, I just don't know how long that will take, because what's got me here today has felt like fucking like 100 marathons, but it has been completely worth it. It's been completely worth it because I get to now do whatever I want, which is creating content. And funnily enough, I'm doing a presentation, a talk at like an event, and I've had to do my slides, and I absolutely hate doing the slides. And it reminded me how much I hate doing stuff that I don't want to do, or hate doing stuff that's boring in it. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe the life I used to live, which was showing up to work and doing a whole day's worth of tasks that I didn't ultimately want to do, and now I get to do exactly what I want to do, and it's just super fulfilling. And I want you to get to that. I really do, and it's why I will keep putting these videos out there with the same message, because I really want you to just like watch this video and just take it in and go away feeling like, yes, I can do it. I can do it. That's why I make these videos. Because I believe you can. You just need to also believe that you can as well. But believe that you can a lot of the time. Because if you believe you can't, more often than not, then you're going to quit and you're going to fail. This is why so many people start content creation and they give up, because up here, they don't want it enough. It's not quite there. They haven't built the mechanisms inside their head that get them out of that negativity and imposter syndrome and actually turn you into someone that's like, yes, I can fucking do it. That's what you need. That's what you need in mind. Honestly, I say that from my heart. Like, please just figure out how to have that determination and grit inside of you so that nothing stops you. Because if you can have that and nothing can stop you, then nothing will stop you, and you'll get there. I want you to get there. You just need to keep working, keep trying, keep pushing yourself. Understand that it's not going to be easy. You're going to want to give up times 1,000, probably more. But every time you pick yourself up and keep going, you'll be one step closer to getting to where you want, and you will get to where you want. And that's what I want for you, because ultimately where I am today is pure happiness and freedom, and it's just what I want for everyone after seeing the conditions and the world as it is today. It's not the prettiest place, is it? But I'm hoping that you can, reach that place that is where I am, so that you can be as happy as I am, even though I may not seem like I'm the happiest person in the world by the way that I speak. I often get called out for, looking tired and moody and miserable. No, I'm happy. I just have this fire inside of me that's just passion that turns my outward persona and demeanor as this like, oh, I'm hungry. I want you to be hungry as well.